The Joseon era was certainly famous for its ships. I wonder if their scholars worked with brushes and parchment, however, rather than pens.
Taking control of the Joseon here in the early medieval era, we are an empire who is looking across the sea and to technological advancements for securing our future. But we have received a demand from the Maya. The Maya make a demand, give knock. They want knock back. Well, how would you feel if you just watch us refuse the demand and then burn the city, or cut the city and basically just integrate it into our south wall? Let us see here. No, I will refuse your demands.
I find your proposition outlandish at best.
And they have withdrawn.
Your support, it is our rock in a storm.
Oh, now they want me to give Kujam. I mean, I don't care too much about Kujam. I actually took it out of the war accidentally. But I'm not about to give it up.
There's just no way to make this work.
Now you want Tribulum?
Maybe I was hasty.
No.
I can be reasonable.
So they're pumping up their war support, but I have a feeling that they don't want to go right into another war right now. We get to improve our religion here. So we are actually directly competing with the Greens' religion. And here, what do we want to get? Maybe some... Let's take Be in Harmony with Nature, getting stability on river. Because we have a lot of rivers. We'll choose this. That'll be nice for the moment. If we look at the religious zone here, it is a tight race between a fierce competition all throughout our lands. But as we have continued to build more and more holy sites for our own religion, with all of the wonders and whatnot, we are starting to be able to put the pressure back on them. It used to be even worse. It used to be completely one-sided, that they had the only religion people were following. Time to be able to get our new unique district down, the Sowan, being able to get science per adjacent research quarters, and improving the city's output of science per number of researchers, and giving us extra influence on emblematic districts. Okay, so now South Wall can absorb knock, getting us into a much stronger city here at South Wall. 14 population, looking decent compared to the rest of our empire. We have 13 over here, 14, 11 in Coast Guard, 16 in High Point, and then our capital at 23. So actually we're fairly evenly distributed here. The freedom of the press consideration here in the early medieval era. Interesting. We can either prevent any empire revolution. I've never seen a revolution happen. That's terrifying. Minus 20% cost of canceling civics. Minus 20% cost of enacting new civics. Maybe we do that. But right now, we need a lot more influence to be able to pass a new civic. It cost us so much to be able to integrate that city. We should probably actually explore these new land holdings that we have, figure out what we have been gifted in this war. We just took them over and we have no idea what's even out there. The wisdoms of others, giving us an opportunity to give us more science per all of our researchers, or more science per number of trade routes on city or outpost. Well, we are not much of a trading hub right now, so it's going to be better to go for science based on our number of researchers. But that is still a lot of influence away of being able to pass.
The pastoral English. Lead them to their farms and everything.
Time to introduce ourselves to the English, also known as second place.
Heartfelt greetings. Let us see if we can build a better world.
They're still... How is their score so good back in the medieval era? We are an entire era ahead of them, and their score is similar to ours. That could be very bad for us entering the future eras if they have that much of a lead. I come bearing steam. An inventor engineer ostracized from her own country on account of her religion has come offering you her scientific expertise. We can gain learning on our cities, or we can jail her gaining stability on our cities. I will get learning. Learning on 4 cities for 10? That seems amazing, like enormous scientific advancements potential there. With the construction of Notre Dame, we're able to improve the religion yet again, rushing forward to be able to overtake the Mycenaeans. So here, what do we want to get? Pilgrimage, alms, fasts, or reject luxury. I definitely like money on market quarters here. Be a good way to be able to make some more money. Which our income really has kind of dwindled here.
With 30 research quarters, I think we can safely say that the Library of Alexandria has been avenged.
Another new wonder can be claimed. Let's see what our options are here. So we can get the Topkapi Palace, the Taj Mahal, Machu Picchu, or St. Basil's Cathedral. Machu Picchu gives us plus... So all of your other cities will gain 50% of the food produced in the city where Machu Picchu is built. You just get that food for free. It's not that that city is actually sharing its food. It still gets all the food that it's producing. You're just going to be making all this extra stuff, which sounds great to me with all of our little extra cities. Here, St. Basil's Cathedral giving you extra faith per district, so it's like super faith producer. And then the Taj Mahal giving you extra money as long as your city is at peace. And Topkapi Palace giving you, wherever you build it, extra production toward shared projects. But we're going to take Machu Picchu here. Hopefully be able to balloon up our population with that. Updating our religion yet again. We're going to take Be Charitable here, giving us extra influence on Commons Quarters. Choose this, and that should be fun to make our Commons Quarters really impactful. All of these research projects are all just a single turn for us at this point, so we're going to nab those very happily. And then start pressing on. Our scientific production has increased dramatically. Oh my gosh, so many stars, locking them in. Okay, so what's our progress looking like? We want to be able to earn scientist stars. We're actually far off on that. We did pick up a militarist star, an agrarian star, and a builder star. We're pretty far away from the influence star, and we're also far off on merchants. This could be a hard age to be able to get out of once, especially if we're not at war, earning those extra stars, because where are we going to pick up the other 4? We're going to get another builder star pretty easily. We might be able to pull another agrarian star, and then I don't know about the rest. So our enemies are hiding another city down here in control of a natural wonder. If there ever is a second war, we'll be sure to be able to pull that under our sphere of influence. The human animal. Less cost to produce garrisons or less... Wait, 50% less... Oh yeah. So we can get the Commons Quarters for cheaper. I like that.
A bit
Enact
of
happiness.
flexibility and freedom
Keep
is
our
more
people
than worth
happy.
a bit of risk.
Let's go for gunpowder, just so that we know. Would we be able to see saltpeter anyway? Do we have any deposits? We have these mystery resources. I feel like they usually unlock so that you at least know that they're saltpeter, even if you're not able to build the structure that refines them. Though I could be wrong. And it is not too much out of our way to be able to pick up gunpowder, and then I want to be able to pick up the caravel, which will allow our land units, when they embark, to be able to travel through deep water.
This should be a city as stable as Bangkok.
Religious tolerance. Will we be open-minded or religious hostility? So, I find that I really like religious hostility
I don't
to
think
allow
we'll
us
go
to
down
be
in
able
history as
to
fighting
wage
the
wars at will, because basically all of these foreign cultures that we're going to meet over across the seas are going to be following different religions, and then you can stack that up as a grievance to be able to declare war.
You have built a subatomic to construct the vessels of the Empire. Time to stock up on champagne bottles.
Taking our religion to the final tier here, we can get extra stability on territories if territories follow foreign religion. Interesting. 25 money per alliance on empire, or 2 combat strength on unit. Well, we don't have any alliances. We might at some point, but just 25 gold per alliance? We're going to take the combat strength. Our troops will meditate on our religious teachings. And I think that we should take a review here of what things are looking like. We have swayed things dramatically in terms of the religious situation. Turning it all orange instead of green. What a hideous color mashup, which was actually the my college school colors. We're gonna send this army out as a island hoppers to be able to begin exploring. And then here, Coast Guard is finally gonna start living up to its name. We want to be able to get probably 2 cogs to start exploring, keep them together. Unbelievers. What should we do to the unfaithful? We can either choose to be able to be allowed to banish populations or have the opportunity to start inquisitions. We will hold off on that right now. Right now our religion is just kind of winning out. I would be able to like to pick up this boost
It's important to know
for
where you're
science
going,
instead.
but it's good to remember.
Have to be able to
where you
be
came
careful on how we are spending our influence. Time to begin to venture out. So these guys have skilled navigator. There are coastal hexes here that are considered coastal waters, and then there is the darker water here that is considered deep water out in the ocean. And your ships can become lost at sea if they stay in the deep water too long and they are not the right kind of ship to be able to weather that. So we need to be able to hop from coastal water to coastal water. Otherwise, we will start taking damage on those ships. Need to be careful how we align things out there. Existential chasms. We're hitting all these civic breakouts. Okay, so +5 science on holy sites. That sounds really good. Or we can get extra faith and stability. Ooh, I want the extra science. Yes, be able to fuel our advances so that we might finally catch up to be able to research technologies from the era that we are currently in. Is that too much to ask? Is that really too much to ask? We're going to embark these units, looking for potentially spaces to start new outposts and found new cities here. It looks like a lot of unclaimed area, which is pretty unique at this point in the game. There's a bunch of mercenaries that are crossing over. Stone Age mercenaries. Let's see, where was our army? We were building a new one in Heartland, and we had this one stationed over here. We can actually improve the crossbowmen up to the arquebusters. Arquebusers? Whatever, the early gunpowder unit. But that would require us to have access to saltpeter, which at this point I do not think we do. All of these mystery strategic resource locations have not given us saltpeter. Ah, it is so close. So close. But yet, we do not have it. We have been the first to discover Danakil Desert? Where? Ah, it's all the way down here. Okay, wait. So, natural wonders, if you are able to control them, do give you pretty sizable bonuses. This would give us extra 5 influence, 10 stability on the city that controls it, and an extra 10 money as well. So, looking forward to popping an outpost down over there. And it's even right next to whatever this is that gives a bonus to science, which is pretty rare to find in just a naturally occurring hex. So that is nice. Time to sail our exploratory force across. Be able to establish more outposts in the name of the Empire. Oh my gosh. They're actually gonna fight me? They have rolled up to my capital with their bow and arrows and their shields and swords. Where is my military? And why is there only a single unit here? Rather than all of them? I guess it wouldn't make much difference because they're still out of range of being able to make it to the battle. Incredible. It says that we are favored here, but we are actually going to have to fight this using our peasants up against their medieval army without any reinforcements. Okay, this is gonna get pretty interesting. The peasants will not stand for your oppression. Do we go ahead and finish them off? I think we do. They only have 1 unit of swordsmen and 1 unit of archers left. I'd like to leave this up so that I can see how things are progressing. The archers are trying to flank around to get inside the city. Makes sense. Fire over the mountain range. Indirect fire over the mountains. That would be truly terrifying in real life. There we go. Came out of that looking pretty good. But we're going to want to make sure that doesn't happen again, especially if they're able to come at us with more developed troops.
This is no small gift.
Things could have gone very differently. Alright, pull up in Memphis here. I think that we want to be able to pick up our unique unit with this research opportunity here. It's also going to give us larger armies, being able to have 5 units together in an army instead of just 4. That's going to be fun. What else do we want to pick up? Centralized power, because that leads into so many other things, and will give us halberdiers, the upgrade to our pikemen. Seems good. So our cogs here have found a bunch of horsemen loaded onto boats, and fighting them looks like it's going to be the funniest thing imaginable. Because, yeah, they go down in a single shot. Amazing. We have found the new world, inhabited only by barbarians. Stone Age barbarians, compared to our incredible sailing ships. They did manage to actually damage our ship. How dare they? We have been the first to discover another natural wonder. Where is this one?
Make sure you stay for
Oh
the
my
night
gosh.
and see the blue
Natural
fire.
wonder next to natural wonder. What a land, but no saltpeter. We're looking for gunpowder, my friends. You have not found the gunpowder. Ah, there is competition for settling this new land. Okay. Well, I can only hope that it will not come to... Well, we could go up and push the issue. So this is with black here. And black is second place, but only by a hair. And they have more stars than us right now. So actually, what era are they in? They're in the medieval era. They have more stars, but they're just trying to catch up to us. Oh, even more settlements. Come on, guys. I just want to be able to find a reliable source of gunpowder to improve my armies. Can't I do
hope
that?
For your sake, these Aztecs turn out to be friendly. The last thing
Oh,
you want
they put
is
an
to be
army
their
there.
prisoner.
I didn't realize that was going to happen. Well, they ran away anyway, which was the right choice. But now there's going to be hostilities. Little bit of hostilities. Non-aggression pact. Yes, I'm okay with this.
You are as just as you are.
We've researched the upgrade to be able to get the Karak. But again, we need saltpeter, which is what we are on a quest to be able to discover. In the meantime, all we are finding is absolutely incredible city spots. What a shame. What do we think? Is this a inland sea? Is it going to cut us out, or is it going to be a passage that we can make it through? That'll be interesting to find out. Does anybody have saltpeter? My friends the Babylonians do not. The Aztecs, no. What a bummer to be in the higher age so that no one else can refine these strategic resources. I mean, they can only be advantageous to us if we are actually able to procure them and then build our gunpowder units. Not yet been able to do. Hey, it goes all the way through. Look at this. We have gone around the island, this skinny little island. But does it have saltpeter? Still looking for gunpowder. This is like the American search for oil, but much, much sooner in history. Looking for gunpowder. Oh, if only we'd brought horsemen to be able to move around a little bit faster down here. Ah, well. We should probably set up one of these as a city. Yeah, like this one. We're gonna set you up as a city. Starts with 3 population, not bad. And then we can attach these guys. There we go. Time to start exploiting this little world. Oh, we can train settlers now. Yes, 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 yes. Settlers are able to found new cities that are incredibly well off. They have like all of the contemporary upgrades put on them already. Okay, time to get some settlers. Let's hurry up the work on the settlers. And let's just buy the work on the settlers. There we go. Love it. And this brings us out of the early modern era. We will be going into the industrial era. Before we look at the cultures, let's see what we are interested in. So we have found the New World, effectively. The game has a mechanic where you can have a continent that is uninhabited. And so this is the New World. We are reaching it along with some other enemies. So there's going to be competition here for advancing. We are solidifying our spot in first place. Solidifying it very well. So we still need to be able to maintain military or naval supremacy, be able to expand and integrate these new lands into some big sprawling cities. And then in terms of technology, how well did we do in catching up? You know, not that well, because we are going to be hitting the industrial era, and we are still missing stuff from the classical era. So more science, always more science, is going to be useful. Let's see what different cultures are available. We are the first up, so we can pick anything we want. What are the big hitters going to be? I like the look of the French here, giving us 10% science on all cities, which we are really developing all of our cities to be at least decent science producers. So that's going to be a big bonus for us. The exhibition hall giving us science per population, and then additional influence as well, is going to be nice for our expansionist aims, because we're going to be spending all this influence to establish new cities and territories. And then the unique unit, the cuirassiers, the end of the era of heavy cavalry, effectively. They look fantastic. We need to be able to secure more horses to be able to build them without trading, but that should not be too much of a problem because there's plenty of horses over here in the New World. So we are going to lock in the French. Thank you for watching. Going to throw you over into the lovely video showing the advancement into the industrial era. Looking forward to seeing you guys in the next episode.
The world gets larger, the cities expand, buildings reach higher, and roads stretch longer. And yet, the world gets smaller as bridges unite lands. Towns congest, and railroads bring distant goods to the doorstep. Anything seems possible in this wondrous future. Though as humankind grows, the planet itself appears to shrink.